there, Ginger Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube! Woo! We're back again with another video. Today, we're going to be looking at the most strict teachers in the whole world. A little while ago, I asked you guys who was your most strict teacher in school and why were they strict? And I have had the responses. Later on in this video, guys, we're going to be looking at the UK's most strict head teacher. So make sure you stay watching to the end to see who that is. Okay, so these are you guys' stories. Okay, this is the first one. In year 6, there was a teacher who would tell me off just because I was from a different country. Racist? I'm not sure that's strict. I think that's just pure racism, to be honest. Why? My teacher had spanked a kid who was in year 3. Okay, so we've got racist teachers and abusive teachers so far. I don't think this has anything to do with strict or not. This is just illegal. My head teacher saw boys linking arms, then gave them a detention for physicality. Wait, what? You can't. Were they hurting each other, or were they just literally just linking arms? In the schools I went to, there was always some teachers that were really strict, overly strict. And I get why teachers need to be strict sometimes, because like there's some absolute little shit in class. Like if they're strict to the nice kids for like no reason, or they're just angry for no reason, I don't really see the point in that. Equally, I do think teachers have to be like a little bit strict, otherwise they're just gonna get walked over. Have you ever heard of the tale of no breathing? So you weren't allowed to breathe in class. I'd like to go to this school because I'm not entirely sure that's true. The teacher would tell you off for breathing in class. You have to hold your breath throughout the whole of lesson. Otherwise, you get a detention. But sir, please. Batty old Scottish lady gave us a headmaster detention for sneezing. You got detention for sneezing? I mean, yeah. What school do you go to? That sounds ridiculously strict. Teacher chucked a table at a kid for drawing in his workbook. He just picked up a table and lobbed it at the child. Some of these aren't just strict teachers. These are just like abusive teachers. The title of this video should not be strictest teachers. It should be most abusive teachers in the world. Not really strict, more piss taking, as I have stomach issues and she didn't let me take my meds. So I called her a whoring bitch ass slag. What an insult. I bet she just quit her job after that insult. What the f? Nobody wants to be called a whoring bitch ass slag. I don't care how strict you are of a teacher. Nobody wants to be called that. Miss McBride got a 30 mins after school detention because I was 10 seconds late. 10 seconds! That is strict. That is like a no late policy going on in that classroom. Even a second late, you're being punished. The only time I ever got detention in school was like either a classroom detention. I think I got a couple classroom detentions when it was nothing to do with me. Just there would just be like 3 or 4 misbehaving kids in the corner being f***ing annoying. And then the teachers would tell them off and they were right, okay, break time detention for the whole class. I'd be like, oh no, but I didn't do anything. And then the other time I got a detention, I just had a pen and I was chucking it up and down like this while the teacher was talking to the class. And he just went, you just got yourself an after school detention. I just went, I just cried. I just cried. Teacher slapped a lolly out my mouth because apparently I was smoking on school property. Oh my god, they thought the lolly was a cigarette and they just whacked out your mouth. Again, you can't just slap children's faces. Oh my god. I don't know. If a teacher saw you smoking, say like if it was an actual cigarette, why they wouldn't whack it out of your mouth. They'd just tell you to put it out and probably give you a detention. Language teacher, if she saw you laugh or smile, she'd get pissed and rant about it being disrespectful. It's a classic. Some teachers hate you having fun in lesson. They don't want you smiling. They don't want you laughing. They just don't want you having fun. Again, I get it. I'm not taking the teacher's side. They just want us to do work. And sometimes we don't want to do it and we just want to have a bit of fun as well, and then they don't like that. Don't forget, guys, at the end of this video, we're going to be checking out the strictest head teacher in the UK. So make sure you stay to the end of this video to check it out. Miss Norman, she's a fat ass who can't stop talking about herself, and if we interrupt her conversation, she yells. Can't stop talking about herself. So the teacher's just talking the whole way through the lesson, and if you try and interrupt her, she goes, don't interrupt me! I'm not gonna lie, Miss Norman doesn't sound like a very good teacher. Miss Leaper used to just yell at us, proper lose it, and shout if we forgot our history books. Yeah, I can kind of see why that would be annoying. If you didn't bring your history book to lesson when you got a history lesson, that's on you. I had a teacher who gave me disciplinary for jerking my neck and making a noise. I have Tourette's. Oh, yeah, that's not fair, is it? That is strict. Do they have a strict no Tourette's policy in the classroom? No swearing, even if you can't help it. That's not fair, is it? Miss Pulley, she got angry if you went to the toilet and put all the people with dyslexia at the front. singled out all the people with dyslexia and just put them at the front. I kind of get why she's probably doing that, just because obviously they have a learning disability and it was helpful for them if they're at the front. But do they want to be at the front? Right, who has dyslexia here? Right, get to the front. My maths teacher, because it was year 7 and she wouldn't let us take our blazer off on a hot day. Oh my God, I so remember that. Why? Like, what is the point? Why have we got to have this big, like 3 or 4 layers on in the middle of the summer just because it's the uniform? I get why some schools are strict on some things. I don't know. No pissing, no in the corner, but having to wear like the correct uniform, I never understood that. I didn't really get it. I think America's done that right with the no uniform. One time my geography teacher sent me out because I looked at a wall. I still haven't recovered. Because you looked at a wall. Surely there's more to this story than that. There can't be a policy on no looking at a wall. That really would be the most strict school in the world. Miss Brown, she told me off for asking a question, the old bitch. She told you off for asking a question. Miss Brown, why are you such an old bitch? That was your question, I can understand it. Miss Booth, when my mate wrote Fortnite Battle Pass on the wall, she complained it was spelt wrong. That is not how you spell Fortnite Battle Pass. Spell it correctly next time and I won't tell you off. Miss Booth sounds like a legend. At my school, I got told off for saying hello instead of good morning. I still wonder why. Got told off for saying hello instead of good morning. What school do you go to? What the f***? That is strict. There's nothing wrong with saying hello. It's your choice how you want to greet the person. You could say good morning, good day. You could say, how you doing? I shouldn't tell you off how you want to do it. If you said a word in English in her Spanish lesson, she'd put you in detention for 5 weeks. Oh my God. I was absolutely terrible at languages. I used to have to do German. If you told me I could only speak German in those lessons, I think I would have been in detention for the rest of my life. I didn't know any German. I only know how to speak English. I'd just be saying, hello, hello, the whole lesson. My French teacher, because she gave a detention because someone drank in the class. Why? Why are we not allowed to drink in the classroom? It's a normal human thing to do, isn't it? Unless you were drinking alcohol. Were you having a little cheeky beer, were you? Cracking open a bev with the lads. My geography teacher gave me an after-school detention because I dropped my rubber. That sounds similar to my pen, actually. Did it disrupt the classroom? Was it like a giant rubber that made a massive noise? We have a no dropping stationery policy in this school. If you drop your rubber, your pencil, anything, you will get an after-school detention. Says, don't worry if you get an answer wrong. Screams at you when the answer is wrong. That is classic teacher logic, that is. They say, don't worry, guys. If you don't know the answer, there's no right or wrong answers here. And then you say the wrong answer. They go, what the f***? Haven't you been listening this term? After school detention! Mr. Monk, he was my swimming coach and he bullied me and abused me till I couldn't walk. Oh, God. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sonny. I feel like you shouldn't be sending these stories to me. You should be like, I don't know, sending them to the police? I'm sorry. I can't help you. I can't help you. Have you told your parents about this? My English teacher, she gave me an hour detention for late homework, even though I was in hospital for weeks. That doesn't seem fair. If you're in hospital, how are you meant to do the bloody homework? Did you tell her that? She sounds like she has no sympathy. That is strict. That is strict. Miss Bell, I had her in year 3. She made me rewrite a word for my whole 1 hour lunch. Oh, that sounds horrible. What was the word? Was it prick? Was it shit? Was it supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Imagine writing that for an hour. English teacher called Miss Green. She didn't let us go to the bathroom, then went herself, had a meltdown. Oh, God, yeah, that would piss me off. How can teachers say to you, you're not allowed to go to the toilet, and then get up themselves and go to the toilet? That is so unfair. They should have to piss in a bag or just hold it. Miss O'Neill, she would yell at kids for having a blocked nose or if they coughed. Yell at kids for having a blocked nose. No colds in my classroom. If you are diseased, then you leave. Why? That seems like a really weird thing to be strict about. One of my primary teachers didn't let us use the toilet all day and kids would pee themselves. What do the teachers expect? If they're not letting the kids go to the toilet at that age as well, they're just gonna shit themselves, aren't they? Miss Ball, I have pooed. I appear to have doo-dooed in my pants. Year 7 maths teacher. Dropping a pencil got you an hour detention for disturbing learning of others. That sounds similar to the rubber one and also similar to this. How is this worthy of an after-school detention? I don't know. Or this. all I did was drop a pen. I would have got detention for that. That is way too strict. That needs to be sorted out. Got a detention for eating lunch at lunchtime. She wasn't even a teacher, she was a science technician. I bet you started eating lunch in the science lab because that would have got you detention. I bet that's what happened there. Science teachers absolutely hated it if you were eating lunch or eating any food in a science lab, so I bet that's why you got detention. That's fair enough as well, because you don't want to be eating chemicals, do you? My art teacher threw the scissors tray and scissors if we were laughing. What the fuck? That is just abuse. That's dangerous. Have you told like anyone else about this other than me? Because I hope you have. So I feel like I should be now going to the police. What if the scissors just got stuck in a kid's eye? Now this response is from my friend Miles. His teacher was actually his mum. So he's just put my mum. I had her for my history. She was a strict lady. Sorry to hear that, Miles. Okay, we have made it to the part of the video, guys, where we're going to look at the strictest head teacher in the UK. So apparently, the strictest head teacher in the UK is known as Catherine, I don't know how you pronounce the surname, Catherine Burbelsing, who has been commonly described as Britain's strictest head teacher, is no stranger to controversy. She actually doesn't look too bad. She doesn't look like the strictest teacher I've ever seen. I've seen way stricter looking teachers than her. I feel like she's got the kind of eyes that if she was angry, she'd be scary. Imagine those eyes going. Britain's strictest headmistress. That is quite a title on what school should do differently. Slouching in class is off limits. So you're not allowed to just... You can't slouch. You have to be like... all the time. Toilet breaks are timed. Toilet breaks are timed? Okay, well, at least she's allowing toilet breaks. But the fact they're timed is horrible. Sir, can I go to the toilet, please? Yeah, you got 10 seconds. Go! What if you need a poo? I'm not gonna squeeze that out in 2 minutes. I'm a slow pooer. Oh, to be fair though, it does say here, the children I met appeared happy and confident, and its results place it well above average when compared to other similar schools. Fair enough. You know what? If it works for you, love, keep doing you. So fair enough, she might be the UK's strictest headmistress, but if it's working, you know what? Good on her. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think? That's gonna be it from me, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I forgot to say that. Please, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Oi! Subscribe!
Oh God, please subscribe! Subscribe!
Subscribe! Subscribe!